Okay, today's video we're going to cover how to migrate subscriptions from one MemberPress website to another. In our last video we covered how to migrate users or your members. So you will need to make sure you have migrated members first because you cannot import subscriptions or transactions without a member. You're also going to want to have your memberships set up on your new site, as well as your payment gateways. We're going to need some of that information moving forward. And let's see if I can think of anything else. I think if you had any coupons and users had signed up with those coupons, you'll want to recreate those coupons in your new site as well, because we'll grab some IDs from those and attach them. So the first thing we want to do is come to MemberPress, go to this subscriptions page, and we'll scroll down and we'll say export all as a CSV. So I'm going to choose that option. We're going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to open that up in Excel. And here you can see all of the testing subscription data that I had set up on my site. So let me pull up the MemberPress excuse me, user manual on importing. And we're going to jump down to the subscription section. Okay, and here we can see the fields that are required. These must be in the subscription CSV that we're going to import. So we're going to take the data we have, we're going to clean it up to match what's in here for these required columns and any of this extra stuff as well. Okay, so let's go back to our subscription CSV and let's start getting rid of columns we don't need. Let's just get rid of some data that we don't need. So we're going to select columns A and B here, the subtype, the ID, we don't need those, so delete that. The user email, we don't need that, we'll delete. The gateway we do need, so we'll keep that. We do want the member, which is the username, so we'll just change that to username so that it matches here, username. And let's see, gateway should be what? Let's find out here. Payment method. So we'll change the gateway column to say payment method. Okay. There's Excel trying to be helpful again. First name, last name, product name, first transaction, last transaction expired today, transaction count, and expires at. We don't need any of that, so let's delete those. We do want the subscription ID, but we're going to call that subnum. The response we do not need, delete that. User ID we do not need. We can use the IP address. We do want the product ID. The coupon ID we don't need, but we're going to save this. We're going to do something with it here in a second. That's if you're going to migrate with coupons. Price, we do want the price. I think that needs to be renamed to amount though. Period, period type, limit, let's see, priority trial days, trial amount. Status, created at, we do want that. Now Excel tries to be helpful and format these dates for us, which the importer does not like. So we're going to right click on this entire column. We're going to say Format Cells, Custom, Year, 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 Month, Month, Day, Day, Hours, Hours, Minutes, Minutes, Seconds, Seconds. We're going to hit OK, and now we've got properly formatted dates. The total we do need, that's a required column. Tax rate, tax amount, tax description, we can have all of this stuff. We do not need the active column, so I'm going to delete that. And the importer does not currently deal with corporate accounts. So if you're using our corporate accounts add-on, you'll need to contact our support. We'll probably have some different instructions for that. So if you are using corporate accounts, do not follow these instructions for importing your subscriptions and transactions, because there's going to be some different instructions to get this to work with corporate accounts. So I'm going to delete the corporate account stuff. We're going to assume we don't have corporate accounts. We're not dealing with that kind of data. And that's it. The file should be properly formatted with the correct column names. Now we need to start changing some data. This is where it gets a little bit tedious, but we do need to change some data. So let's go look at our old website. I'm going to go over to this, and we're going to look at our old website. Let's go to Options, and we're going to click on the Payments tab. And here you can see each payment method comes with its own ID. These are unique for that payment method. So when migrating, and we've set up our new site with new payment methods, those new payment methods on the new sites are going to have a different ID. So to get our subscriptions to track recurring payments properly, we need to associate it with a real gateway. So what you're going to do is highlight your old gateway ID, copy that. We're going to come here to the payment method column, and we're going to copy, or excuse me, we're going to right click. Let's try that again. We're going to click on A to highlight the entire column. We're going to press Control F on the keyboard to bring up this find and replace. So we're going to paste in the old ID in the find, and then we're going to go to our new website, and we're going to grab the new ID for that gateway. Okay, so let me go to a different website. I don't actually have a new website because I'm not actually migrating anything, but for the sake of these videos, let's go to a different website, and just to show you how you would do this. So you'd come to your new website. You would need to have your payments configured, and you'd copy the new ID for your new gateway on the new website. We're going to paste that in here. We're going to say find anything with this old gateway ID and replace it with its equivalent new gateway ID, and then we're going to click Replace All. All done, and you'll need to do that for each of your gateways. You'll walk through and do that for each of the gateways that you have on the site. Now if you, and I'm going to undo that just for the sake of this video. If you have gateways that did exist at one point and then you went through and deleted them, that's going to cause some problems here with the import, because you've got these IDs that don't exist on your old site and they also don't exist on your new site. So if you run into that, the only thing I could say is maybe create an offline gateway on your new site and use its ID for any of these IDs that don't match up with a gateway on your old site. So once you've replaced your gateway IDs, the next thing you need to do is map out your product IDs, and this is going to be your membership IDs. So these are the membership IDs from the old site. And we're going to want to go to the new website. Again, we're going to have the memberships already configured on the new website. And we're going to grab the new IDs from the new website. And then you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to do a search and replace, search for the old ID, replace it with the new ID. And you'll do that for each of your memberships. If you have memberships that have an ID that no longer exists on the old site, then you might just want to delete those columns or those rows from the CSV because they're not going to import properly. Or you could map them to a new ID, a different membership that has a new ID on your website. So a couple options there. So that's the two hardest parts out of the way. The last part is going to be coupons. Unfortunately, this part's going to be a little bit tedious. So we're going to rename this column here to, I believe it was coupon code. Let me just double check. Coupon code. So the export gives you a coupon code, or excuse me, a coupon ID, but the import wants a coupon code. So what you're going to do is you'll set up your coupons on the new website, and let's go to the new website. So you'll come in here, you'll create your coupons that match the coupons you had on your old site. So let's say it was a 10% discount on any membership. We'll publish it. I'm going to go back to the coupon, and you'll see when you click on a coupon to edit it, there's this ID right here. That's the coupon ID, and this is the coupon code. So you're going to have to search the subscriptions file, and you'll search for the old coupon ID, which was, let's say, $17.98 in this case. And we're going to replace it with the new coupon's code. And we'll do a replace all, and it'll go through and replace all those for you. And you'll just do that for each coupon. So, like I said, there's a little bit of tedious work migrating here, only because the IDs on the old site aren't going to match up with the IDs on the new site. Because they're all unique. So you'll have to replace the IDs of your payment method from the old to the new site. You'll replace the IDs from your memberships, which is the product ID column here, your membership IDs. And let me show you where to find those membership IDs. When you're viewing a membership, the ID is just right here in the list. If you're editing it, you can also find it up here, similar to the coupon. You can find the ID up here in the browser's address bar. So you'll replace the old product IDs with the new product IDs, and then you'll replace old coupon IDs with new coupon codes. And everything else should be good. Let me just double check and make sure I don't see anything else here that needs to be changed. Yep, that's it. So then you'll save the file, save as, computer, desktop. You can save it wherever you need to save it. I'm going to save mine on the desktop, and I'm going to call this descriptions ready to import. Make sure it's set to the CSV option and hit save. Yes, I do want to keep using this format, and you're done. You can close the file and import it on your new website. I hope this video helps. Again, our support's here to help if you have any questions. It is a little bit of tedious work replacing the old IDs with new IDs, old coupon IDs with new coupon codes. But aside from that, this really isn't too hard to do, to migrate using our importer. In our next video, I'll cover how to do this with transactions, It's basically the same process as subscriptions, with just, like I said, a little bit of tedious work trying to search and replace IDs with old IDs, new IDs. But we'll go ahead and do a separate video for that, just to be safe. One thing I did want to mention, if you so you've got your subscription CSV here that you're editing. If you close this file, and we've already saved it, so I'm not going to save it again, but if you close the file, and let me open it up again. If you close the file and reopen it, you'll notice, I'm going to highlight all these and expand it a little bit. You'll notice that Excel tried to be really helpful again, and they've converted these dates back. So if you close it and reopen it, you have to redo this date, the date columns. Otherwise, the importer won't accept it. So you just come in here, format cells, custom, year, month, day, hours, colon, minutes, colon, seconds. And you're back to where you need to go. Make your changes and save the file. That's the last thing I wanted to say about this. And we'll see you in the next video for how to do the same process for transactions instead of subscriptions.